So today I picked up this Craftsman shop stool for my garage here, and it's pretty cool. It's not one of the new ones. This is a older one. I'm not sure how old, but it's got quite a bit of residue or rust or something on here, and I know these are made of chrome, or they're chrome plated. So I'm going to attempt to clean this up and see if I can get it shinier. And so, as you can see, I'm kind of starting up here on these back rests. And I did this one, and it looked as bad or worse than that one. So it came out looking pretty good. Now if I could get everything shining up like that, it'll still have some of the age on there. You could see some of the pitting, but it's shiny again. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And these, I pulled this backrest out so that I could get underneath, and then I could push it back in. It just slides in and out. There's an adjustment under here. That bolt right there, or that you just turn that and it releases this so it could scoot out. Then I'm gonna go ahead and clean down here. And what I've chosen to use is Brasso, and it mentions in there right on the front there that it cleans chrome. So it's a metal polish, widely available, been around 100 years apparently. And also some steel wool, just to rub that on there and get the tarnish off of there, or the residue. So we're going to get started with that. Okay, so I'm just going to squirt a little bit of this in there. It's good to shake this up, because if you don't, it's just like a liquid. So make sure you shake it up before you squirt it, because it'll just be like a sauce going on there, and you want it to be creamy like this. So I'll start rubbing it on here. I like to kind of just coat everything first, so thinking that that'll allow the Brasso to kind of soak in there a little bit on the areas that it's sitting on, so it kind of does some of the work without me scrubbing. And you can see on there that it's already kind of making it look muddy, like some of that tarnish just kind of coming loose. And some of these things, I'm noticing that they're kind of like scratches or chips in the chrome, so those won't shine up. But the majority of this is not damaged. The chrome is still there. And back when I was a teenager, I had a 1968 Camaro, and this is bringing up the memory of when I used to get the chrome polish out and do this to shine up my bumpers. Back when cars had chrome bumpers, I had a Camaro that had that, and I had a 1968 Cougar that had it also. And when you shined them up, it really was like a attractive part of the car. Okay, so let's see how that looks. So I kind of scrubbed some of that on there, so now I'm just going to use this. I just have a piece of, I think this is cotton rag. see that. So now it's got like quite a bit of shine. It's quite a difference from the way it originally was. Yeah, it looks a lot better. So I think we'll move on to doing the side of the seat here, all the way around it. And it doesn't look very bad, but I think it could be shined up quite a bit. So do the same process here. And I'm just gonna spread it around. This thing really, the hydraulic still works really good, and the swivel is silent and swivels very freely. I know the new ones of these Craftsman shop stools, they're selling them. I think I saw it right now, they're like $59.99 on the Sears website, but they're not the same. I've read some reviews on them and saying that the parts don't work well, and the hydraulics stopped working, and they're kind of rickety. They're not as heavily made as well with like strong. The metal's not the same. It's kind of weak. So that's why I chose to get one of these. Kind of hard to find, but just kind of make sure if you're looking for them, find one with some patina that looks kind of worn out, so you can get one of the old ones. This is my recommendation. It's one of those situations that seems to be happening more and more, where older is, newer is not necessarily better. Okay, feels, as you're scraping this, you can kind of feel where something that used to be kind of bumpy, it feels smooth. So you know you've kind of broken loose a lot of the residue that's on there. Okay, let's shine it up. I got a little bit of it in between the seat cushion, but it kind of cleans out pretty good there. So Okay, yeah, you take a look at that. Where it looks looks really shiny. Okay, so now you gotta start on the base down here, which is kind of a different story. I think I can get a little table and set it on there. Some spider webs on here. I just picked this up this morning. Okay, so I got a table and laid it on there, and just notice that the base of the seat is all chrome too, so I think I'm gonna polish that. And then the hydraulic tube needs some work, and then these legs most of them have a lot of tarnish on them. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of heavily pitted there, so we'll see how that can come out. So I'm going to do this real quick, and then I want to kind of be methodical about this and start from the top and go down. So I'm going to get this done. Then I'll come back and show you how that came out, and then we'll work on this. Start with this leg. These two legs seem to be the worst. So I'll be back. Okay, so I finished the underside of the seat, and it's all shiny. It came out pretty good. As you can see, there's still some pits in there, but overall I think it looks pretty good. So now we're gonna see what we can do here. I was taking a look at some of these. When I rub it, some of the chrome is coming off, so there's some rust that got in there, and maybe that was flicking out some of the chrome. So hopefully if I get this all cleaned up, it'll clean off the rust or whatever has been happening to it, and it'll save it. So that's what I'm hoping. So we'll get started on doing this. Okay, so I'm going to get started on this leg here. Kind of curious to see how much of this rough part is like damaged chrome or just has residue on it. So I'm going to keep rubbing here and see what comes out. And I think a lot of this, I think it's missing chrome, but we'll see how shiny we can get it still. Get some more Brasso on there. Not sure if this part here, this might be stainless steel, but I'm going to shine it up anyway. The top of all the 4 legs. Okay, let's see what happens after I wipe it down with a cloth. Definitely looks shinier, even though it's not some of it's where the chrome's worn off and it's polished the steel underneath. And if you can see the difference there with that as compared to this. It just looks dark and brown, and this is smooth now also. So I think that's progress. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the rest of a lot of the other legs here, and then I'll come back to you and show you the finished product. Okay, I think I completed it at least as much as I want to do today. I brought it outside so you can kind of see what parts got shined up and what parts did not. This seemed to come out pretty good. There wasn't a lot of damage to the backrest bars, and down here these do appear to be shiny, but you can see there's some damage to the chrome on there. And down here the legs further down look pretty good shape. But pretty happy with it. The ring around the seat came out really good. So that's my Craftsman Shop Stool.